Hi there, it's Susan from SusanWinter.net. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Thank you, all of you who are writing me with your video requests, and those of you who have subscribed and keep supporting me with your wonderful comments. Heartfelt thanks to all of you. So today our question is coming from Vivien, and she wants to know something really important, like how can you tell if it's the right partner for you? How do you judge that? Or is it just a matter of timing? Because many times we think that we've got the right partner at the wrong time, or we're not sure if they were the right partner at all. So here goes. This is from Vivien, and she writes, "Hi Susan, I'm a huge fan of yours from Hungary. My boyfriend has just broken up with me 2 months ago, saying that he feels he's not in love with me anymore and we should not waste time. Knowing that everybody's personality is developing, my question is, how do you know that you truly do not fit your partner, or is it just about being together at the wrong time? Thank you, Vivien." Vivien, of course, that is a great question. So if I had you on the phone or on Skype, I'd be asking you about 5 other questions that I'm not getting here. To be honest, with what you've written, I'm not sure that this is a question of timing, but I'm going to address it as though it is. However, if somebody tells you that they're no longer loving you and that they've fallen out of love with you, take that seriously. It takes a lot to say that to somebody. And if your partner says that they've fallen out of love with you, it's kind of serious. And in that case, timing or not, it is what it is. I know that's not what you want to hear, but let's turn it around. So many times when we get dumped, all we think about is, where did I go wrong? Why don't they want me? How do I, maybe if it were just a different time, maybe it's because they're finishing up their doctorate. Maybe it's because they really want to move to another city. Maybe the distance of 100 miles was way too much. Maybe this, maybe that. And so we're looking for a tangible excuse, and we're hoping that it's timing. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes, unfortunately, love has run its course and that person has come into our lives. So my question is, why would somebody assume that that's the right partner? Meaning, why do we think that the one that got away is the one we have to keep? That one's always mystified me. And we all go there, admit it. They look so good when they're running away. Now we were, God, they had all these great qualities. Why don't they want me? So let's turn it around and let's have you sit down, do an assignment for me, take out a sheet of paper and a pen, and write down the 10 things that would prove to you that he was indeed the right partner. Quickly and off the top of your head. And if you struggle after 2 or 3, you didn't lose anything. We have to have the ability to be cautious in our discernment. We have an automatic reaction to being dumped that puts a false value on the dumpy, or the dumper. It puts a false value on the person who's dumping us. Suddenly we're in a power play where they've got all the power. And what we need to do is look at that clearly and say, what am I actually losing? Okay, that's 1. 2, what if it is timing? Timing is important. There are people who date and they're not ready to really be serious. They're just not. In their mind, they're on a program like, well, I want to be married by 32. I'm going to have a good time until then. Well, I've got another couple years before I have to settle down. And so they would just try people out like you're trying on clothes and dismiss them. Timing does have a lot to do with it. And oddly, it is more, I think, impactful for men. And I believe that the hangover that they suffer is sociological and it's programming from a time period when they took care of us, when men were the providers. And I will oftentimes hear a guy say, I'm not ready to be in a serious relationship yet. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not ready? This girl loves you, you love her. I know, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready to really make a commitment to her. Why? Because I'm not where I want to be in my career. I need a couple more years. It's like, dude, she's got a job. She makes more money than you do. But men will sometimes have this sociological hangover where they are still under the impression that I've got to be ready for the responsibilities of maybe marriage, and maybe a child comes, and maybe the child comes before marriage, and what am I going to do, and am I ready for it? So there is not only the maturity factor and the wanting to grow up factor, and are they wanting to grow up, and is it also a timing factor where they have a lock in their mind that has predetermined when it's okay to have a serious relationship. So all of these factors come into play. So is there hope that it was the right partner at the wrong time? Yes, there's always hope. First thing, you have to decide, were they indeed the right partner? So I hope this helps you. Susan Winter from SusanWinter.net. If you care to talk to me personally, Vivien, I'm more than willing to do so on Magnify or through one of my sessions, because I think there are a couple of really important pieces of information I don't have from you, and I would really like to have them. All of you who have had a consultation, awesome. Great to meet you. I ran into a guy in Charlotte in the airport, and we took a picture together, and he's a fan, and I don't think I ever heard from him. So please contact me, okay? Somehow get a hold of me so I can thank you for that. Lovely meeting you. Everyone, if you prefer to listen rather than watch, tune into the Susan Winters Show on iTunes and keep telling me what you would like me to talk about. Thanks a lot now. Have a good week.